Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Awaken to Ascend YouTube channel. We've got a special one for you today. I'd like to introduce you to my cousin, Ari. She is my blood family, she's my soul family, and she's going to be channeling for us today. She's dedicated her life to the spiritual path, to healing, to stepping into her gifts. She's the guardian of the canyons where she lives, and I could not be more proud of her. So she's going to be channeling for us today. We're going to be channeling water, but make no mistake, I'm channeling too here. I'm asking the questions and I'm bypassing the ego and going straight to the higher self. So my higher self is going to be asking these questions. She's channeling, I'm channeling, and we're going to get all the information that we can get about water today. I'm going to be we did this over the phone, so I'm going to be putting some clips I took from the Monterey Bay Aquarium over the video, but I highly encourage you to close your eyes, take some deep breaths during this channeling, and let the information hit your heart space. Bypass that ego, straight to the heart. You won't regret it. So let's get into it. Okay, so you're a water elemental?
Yes.
What dimensional frequency are you in?
4.
Do you have polarity?
Yes.
Positive, negative, neutral?
Neutral.
So you
But
possess...
we are very protective.
So you have both polarities?
Yes.
But you choose...
We can feel each side.
Okay, but you choose to exist in neutrality?
Yes. Neutrality is seeing all sides.
Do you have ego?
No.
You're without ego. Okay. What is your mission here on Earth in the Cube Matrix?
We are the whispers in the ripples of the water. We have coding that needs to be protected.
So you're here to protect the vibration of the water?
Water is life. Water ripples. Water speaks. Water is alive. It is magic.
What are you protecting the water from?
Mistreatment. Ill thoughts.
Ill thoughts from other humans?
Yes. Most in humanity don't realize what they say to the water, what their thoughts, because the water can hear, we can hear.
So just like the wind, water takes our intentions with it.
Yes. We extend it to the soil, to the flowers, to the beings. All take on the pain and the joy of the world.
So if we speak positive intentions to the water that we drink, will those intentions flow through us?
Yes. And amplify crystalline DNA.
Do you watch over all bodies of water, or do you have a specific focus?
Mostly in tucked away alleys where the water is untouched, where it's protected the most. We whisper as many prayers as we can into the water because it's clear, it's clean, it's untouched.
Are you presiding? Sorry, go ahead.
And it is distributed down. So we fortify, we clear. We push forward with momentum. We dance around the water. We sing around the water.
Are you presiding over the water in Canyon specifically?
Yes. And Mount Shasta.
And you've chosen these places because they're high vibrational and tucked away from most people?
Yes. It is important that we do our work in untouched places. It's where we can get the most clearing done. Water moves forward. It moves through. It pushes the old energy out. It spreads.
So you're tasked with cleansing the water that is already somewhat pure.
The water is pure itself, but what makes water magic, alive, is all the beings that come to it with pure intention, that make the vibration even higher. Within the trees, the plants, the two-leggeds, we whisper, constantly, dancing, singing of joy, of life.
What message would you have for those who wish to be guardians of the water?
See yourself in the reflection. You are no different. When you place your hand into the water and the ripple effects are created, know that you are moving energy. It's like planting a seed. It is you. Always give an offering to the water. A shared relationship, an experience, a reciprocity. That's what this land needs. Reciprocity. Most sacred lands need reciprocity. This entire Gaia being is asking for reciprocity. That is part of what this school is.
It's about finding a balance.
Yes, collectively, together, but inward. Our relationship to the elementals.
What kind of offerings would appease the water spirits?
Crystals. Song. A smile. A tear. Water from other land. With prayers. Childbirth. Fresh rain. A crown. Flowers.
So it doesn't much matter as long as the intention is pure.
Yes, you get it.
Humans are mostly water. Why is this?
Fluidity. Mastering the ebb of flow. We need to learn how to flow with our emotions, with our thoughts. They're not meant to stay. We're supposed to let them flow. Neutral.
Can we as humans give offerings to the water that resides within us?
Do you mean in drinking water?
I mean the water that's in our bodies, that's 86% of our being.
But that water is taking care of what's inside of you by your thoughts. It is like a snowflake. You know how it changes shape. You are constantly changing the shape and fractals within inside of you by what you think and what you say. We work with the wind as well.
How does the wind aid you in your mission?
Blows us too far away sometimes.
The wind moves the water in the way that you wish to be moved?
The wind carries our prayers faster and moves the stream faster. Sometimes it knocks off unintentionally branches that clears the pathway for the rocks or stones that are also stuck in the way that also want to be moved. We all work together.
Water is highly susceptible to the gravity program. Why is this?
Then we would be a snow globe.
So the gravity program keeps you tethered to Gaia.
Yes, not because of control, because it's more digestible. Because we're not in so much a sphere like we were taught. There is no gravity, we are just flat.
So you depend on the gravity program to maintain the illusion of the matrix.
Yes, but not out of ill intention.
What is your goal for helping humanity itself?
To remember the water inside of them, the codes that are inside of them. We don't work with water enough. Humanity has forgotten. Sometimes we want people to understand that you don't need to just be by a river to understand the sacredness of water. It is within the home. It is underneath the home. Water is all around. It's within you. Just like a plant. You want to speak love. Only love.
If negative energy is put into water and we ingest it, what becomes of that water within us?
Exactly what we ingest. Negativity. We will feel dull, lifeless, colorless, less vibrant. This is why so many of you walk around like zombies, lifeless. On top of what is happening in your technology, overstimulation. They're filling you with thoughts. But if you only had the water to see your own reflection, you would remember how beautiful you are.
When we ingest water unconsciously, are we committing a free will violation against that water?
No, because the water has a contract to you.
But if we ingest the water consciously and show gratitude for it, the water will help us in ways that otherwise wouldn't.
Yes, your ally. It could awaken the slumber within you. Old DNA coding. You can program the water to activate whatever it is that you need inside of you. You just have to believe it to see it, not the other way around.
Does water have one singular consciousness, or is it fractured into separate consciousnesses like the human consciousness?
Fractured.
Is there consciousness in each droplet?
Yes. But
Individual?
it meshes into one. It's confusing to explain, but it's one big blob, for instance, but multiple beings.
Does each molecule of water have its own individual consciousness?
Yes, just like a woman who carries her eggs. She carries her grandmother's and her mother's eggs. The grandmother, do you see what I mean? The woman, her ovaries. She carries 7 generations before her. So her daughter's daughter's daughter, and so forth. Just like water does. Earth connects, recalibrates. When dull water moves into vibrant water, it has no choice but to turn into high vibration. And same with high vibration into a very large mass of dull.
Does water consciousness have ego, or is it neutral like yourself?
Neutral.
Is it susceptible to the Matrix ego program?
No, it is more angelic.
What vibrational frequency does earth water come from?
7.
Angelic realm.
Yes. There's reasons why people purify in the water. The way water distributes the energy between the soil, the rocks, the trees. It doesn't just hold on to it all by itself. It has friends, support. It co-creates and coexists with other parts of the earth.
Can water cleanse away our negative energy if we set that intention?
Yes, by drinking, by bathing, by just looking into it as a reflection. Can we ask you a question?
Of course.
Do you truly look at yourself in the reflection of water like you would in a crystal ball or a mirror?
There's distortion because of the movement.
But do you try?
No.
We ask to share the message of looking into the reflection of the water. Practice seeing the true realm. It will show you. It will move, just like the wind. Colors will shift.
In doing so, will we be connected to our higher selves and our intuition?
Yes,
And we can perform divination in this way?
only through the highest of light. We are not here to bring darkness to the world. There is enough of that. But we do understand that this is all a game. And we also are in it too with you.
But is it not true that angels bring darkness to this world?
What kind of darkness?
Well, it's my understanding that angels will always strive for neutrality. So if the energy is too high, they'll bring darkness to balance the energies. Is this true?
More so because we came here to learn, right? But not darkness out of harm. Darkness to see. Same thing could happen with the mirror, depending on how much one has healed and what their thoughts consume of. They could also look into the reflection and shapeshift and see something more demonic. Maybe that would scare them enough to realize what's inside of them. The water will always show what is inside.
But that is darkness, is it not?
We are here to only show for the light. If it is dark that wants to be shown, maybe the dark wants to go to the light.
What about the destruction of tidal waves, tsunamis, floods?
That is our contract with the land and our doing. And also manipulation.
From the 4D controllers of the Matrix?
Yes.
So
we all know that they carry, with per se, bombs, switches. Not all is Mother Nature. Not all is our wanting. They are acting out of their own free will violation.
So then is it not true that you are susceptible to the Matrix ego program?
No.
So they're manipulating you against your own free will.
Yes.
Which keeps them tethered to the Matrix indefinitely.
Yes.
So when a tidal wave occurs and destruction occurs and people die and land is destroyed, this is always a result of Matrix manipulation?
No. Some is natural. Some is to make way. Some is to change. Some is because they are not acting in right relation with the land. It is kind of annoying that living so close to a waterfront with such current towards the cliff, something could like that happen. It's not that we want to hurt. It's just we all take a chance together.
Okay, it sounds very 7D to me, where you'll cause destruction and pain and suffering in order to bring balance.
Yes.
It's hard for a 3D, 4D, maybe 5D consciousness to understand how this kind of manipulation is beneficial.
Yes. Many don't understand contracts yet.
So when I see a tidal wave, I'm only looking at the negative aspects. I'm not looking at the positive.
What does it make you feel?
It makes me feel that suffering is being inflicted on others, which may be for their highest good, but in the 3D sense, it's evil.
When you say tidal wave, do you always view that word in destruction?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. I think I only see the negative aspect of it.
Can you see the light?
I see it on a higher level, but I just mean from our 3D ego perspective, it doesn't feel good.
We don't mean harm. But people realize too, our waves move energy in the air. The mist, the molecules. We don't just stay in the ocean, if that is what you're just solely talking about now. Waterfalls do the same.
And snow freezes people to death.
Yes. Even people can cause harm on the opposite polarity, out of anger or out of love. The highs of highs and the lows of lows.
So just like humans, you came to this sandbox to enact all the frequencies and learn all the learnings from all the polarities.
and to hold coding.
7D coding.
Yes.
What benefit does tapping into this coding provide us here in the Matrix?
It will help with the Ascension process.
For those who wish...
It will lighten the load of how dense it is. Do you ever just hop into a body of river or the ocean and feel relief that all the stress that you've had from your 3D life go away? It's us.
But if I were to hop into negatively charged water, I would take on dense energies.
Exactly. And that's why we need Ariana here.
Because she's going to help maintain the higher frequency of water?
She was going to remember what she started here. That's what she was. She was a water keeper. Keeper of coding. Also, a guardian of the heart springs, where our fellow celestial dragons reside. People do not receive healing if they do not come in right relation or with thick density. The waters here in these canyons need a break. They need to be prayed over often. It's going to take work. But Ariana is going to remember. We are working with her.
What advice can you give her to make the next step?
Go to the water and look inside. Sing. Pray. Drink. Drink the water.
Wow, it was a beautiful channeling. I'm going to give Ariana a break and end it here. So I thank you for speaking with us. I love you. Do you have any last message before we go?
We thank you for giving us a voice, for working at this level of the heart. We've been awaiting your guys' presence and the shift in humanity. We are here to support you, to reawaken what has been lost or in slumber. We want to be taken in so you can remember all the codings inside of you. We are getting much closer, and the density that we feel, remember that you must also too move the water inside of you. Movement, tears, sweat. Move the water inside of you. Thank you. We love you.
Thank you. You okay over there?
I can still see them, but they're like not in my presence, but they're like giggling. Like they're excited, like they're gonna go tell their friends or something. They did like a turn back. They looked back and giggled. It was a man and a woman, like it felt like the essence of two blue beings with red eyes. But the red eyes weren't scary. They were like, I don't know.
Wow. Do you remember it?
Remember, holy heck, I'm holding onto this rock. I literally had like my neck is like my whole head is like into my right shoulder while holding a rock.
Oh, we did 30 minutes almost. I hope that wasn't too long.
Oh, that was good. Doesn't feel like that.
Wow, good job. You brought it down.
Water.
Water. I'm thirsty all of a sudden.
I know, seriously, it's like, this is a little bit parched.
Let me speak some good juju into this water here.
Oh, seriously. I do remember them saying that. I don't remember all of it because I think at one point I felt like my face was so tense.
Well, that's okay. I recorded it, so we'll be good on that. I'll send it to you.
That's exciting.
All right.
What kind of being is that has red eyes and blue bodies? Like they kind of like fairies a little bit.
Yeah, they're elementals.
Like dragonfly kind of essence.
I think they're called sylphs. No, are those the ones that watch the water? The sylphs? Let me see. Water elemental. Of course, the internet doesn't know what we're talking about. Warcraft.
Oh yeah.
They're sylphs?
Sylphs. Yeah. That's exactly what they look like.
Okay, there we go.
It's an air spirit. But because they weren't water, they were like floating over the water like swirls.
Huh.
Wow.
A sylph, also called a syphlid, is an air spirit. Air spirit? No. No, it's not a sylph. Oh, water sylphs. Okay. I gotcha. Cool. Well, we're going to have to collect all 5. We got air, we got water. What's next?
Earth, fire, ether?
Ether.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's crazy. Like when you just literally tell your ego, shut up.
That's all it is, isn't it? Just shut up, ego, and then everything can be tapped into.
I tried something new. To get there, I put like a triangle over me, and then I was imagining for my route, I was going all like an elevator, but with a triangle going up. But I was imagining all like the ego bags tied to me, like all limiting beliefs tied to me, and I started like snipping them and dropping weight, and then I kept going up to my heart.
Whew, that was a doozy. Learned so much about water. Speak to your water. Look at yourself in the reflection of water. That's amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see more of this, let me know in the comment section. Show some love to Ari for her beautiful gifts and for sharing them with us. And I hope to see you in future videos. So thanks for watching. Peace.